first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Allen. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 32 on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st down, Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, a it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
The Bills take over the first and 10 at their own 21-yard
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. The Bills 21-yard line.
On play action, now Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 7-7, our score after one.
Score time 7-7.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now Brady. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 56-yard attempt.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Allen now on 1st down. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. to the air. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving into more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And some space here. That burst good for 20 and a first down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
That's good. Las Vegas.
Brady now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Raiders at 2-6 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Throwing now is Brady. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. You give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Here's Cook again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Throwing is Allen on third. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Brady to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action, it's Brady. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup.
And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Brady now on first down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage. But right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And CD, that last throw, are you ready for this? Puts him over 90,000 passing yards now for his career, an almost unimaginable number.
You know, I actually sat down when you said that number because it is almost unimaginable. Because, let me do the calculation here. That's more than 51 miles, Brandon. Okay? Are you kidding me? Very impressive.
Jacobs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Adams, the man in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And they'll get him down up past the 15. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Logan Ryan. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He hits Adams complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Brady. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect him to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, They talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Brady. Pass complete, it's Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Brady to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here's Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw, Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Allen. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They'll run for it. Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Bills, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try...
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being alone.